The President of the United States is attending an event on stage, and on a tall building in the distance, a sniper from the Marine Corps, Hage, unexpectedly locked onto the President's chest 8 times more accurately. Just as he was about to pull the trigger, he didn't expect the presidential lady next to him to be shot in the fatal part. Black Brother's face was momentarily bewildered, but before he could react, a female journalist happened to point her camera at him, and the male journalist next to him also called for a bodyguard to point to Black Brother's position in chess. Black Brother immediately reported the situation to the behind-the-scenes, who instructed him to immediately flee the scene. Without much thought, he immediately dropped the sniper and hurriedly ran downstairs. However, just as he was contacting the receiving vehicle, a group of black-clad men suddenly appeared on the opposite rooftop, shooting at him. It's obvious from what you're wearing that you're not even a police officer. At this time, a large number of special police officers had already rushed into the building and attacked the room where Black Brother was located. Black Brother took out his pre-hidden rifle and kept smashing it against the wooden floor with the stock. He heard the thumping footsteps outside the door, and tried his best. However, with a crackling sound of gunfire, the door was instantly smashed to pieces, and all the special police officers were killed in. Fortunately, Black Brother successfully smashed open the floor at this moment, and with a jump, he immediately escaped to the downstairs. The special police officers who rushed towards the entrance were stuttering, but Black Brother managed to run away. But at this point, the downstairs is already surrounded by groups, and it is impossible to escape completely. And the special police upstairs also began to search downwards. In a hurry, Black Brother ran into an abandoned restaurant. However, the special police quickly blocked the restaurant entrance based on their footprints and quickly threw a tear gas bomb inside. Black Brother, who was hiding in the corner, burst into tears in an instant. And the special police outside the door have already killed and started searching for Black Brother's whereabouts. But the next second, Black Brother descended from the sky, grabbed a special police officer, immediately used it as a shield, shot down a teammate who came to support, and then after dealing with the special police officer in his hand, he held his gun at the special police officer at the door, giving him a barrage of output. Several special police officers saw that they were not opponents of Black Brother, so they had to temporarily suspend the battle and wait for their superiors to send a second team for support. But just as the second team rushed into the restaurant, they couldn't find any trace of Black Brother inside. However, there was an injured man on the ground who, after uncovering his mask and confirming his identity, quickly carried him out of the scene. And to their surprise, the special police officer behind the scenes was none other than Black Brother. However, just as he swaggered away from the scene, a sniper in black took aim at him, but after aiming for a while, he didn't pull the trigger and even lost sight of the person. Subsequently, Black Brother, who had escaped smoothly, went to a tavern and changed into the clothes of a special police officer in the restroom. However, just as he was leaving, he saw the female journalist who had filmed him on TV and learned about the newspaper and name where he worked. After some research, he successfully obtained the address of the female journalist and went to her home overnight, hoping to capture his own videotape. The female reporter pretended to agree, but suddenly took out a bottle of anti-wolf spray and sprayed it at Black Brother. But it didn't hurt Brother Hay in the least. He grabbed the spray and found it was a female reporter. He was nervous and took it wrong. Immediately, Black Brother searched in the female journalist's bag and finally obtained the video bag. He also successfully discovered the real culprit who shot the president's wife in the video bag. But just as Black Brother was excited and finally cleared of charges, he smelled a strange smell. As he turned his head and saw the countdown on the microwave, he quickly grabbed the hand of the female journalist and ran outside. Just as they drove out the car, the whole house was blown up to pieces. It seems that someone is trying to eliminate the female journalist as a witness. Subsequently, under the pressure of Black Brother, the female journalist had no choice but to embark on the road of escape with him. But just as the car reached a bridge, Black Brother realized that there was an inspection set up ahead, so he had to get off the car alone and run away, threatening the female journalist not to reveal him. Unexpectedly, when the female journalist drove the car to the inspection gate, she didn't hesitate to betray Black Brother and claim to have been kidnapped, and even revealed that Black Brother had just escaped from the car. So all the police chased towards the rear, and by this time, Black Brother had already climbed above the bridge. Taking advantage of the police's pursuit in the rear, he successfully returned to the car of the female journalist. Subsequently, Black Brother brought the female journalist to a secret base and called the director of the CIA, informing him that he had not killed the president's wife and stating that he belonged to a unit called Black Sheep. He immediately hung up the phone, but the director was puzzled after listening, because this unit was a secret attack unit that was deleted by Congress 20 years ago. The director immediately understood that anyone who could use the Black Ocean unit to deceive Black Brother into falling into a trap must be a big shot who can cover up the sky with one hand. At this time, the capture of Black Brother on the other side has been taken over by the military, and the person fully responsible for this case is a great general who has never been defeated. He dispatched a large number of troops and police forces to search for him throughout the entire process. Not only did he release tens of millions of rewards through the news, but he also issued orders that anyone who saw Black Brother could be killed on the spot. At this time, Black Brother relied on the help of a female journalist to contact Huang Mao, a journalist with a strong sense of justice, and then handed over the videotape to him, allowing Qi Bang to publicly release the video to clear the charge. And coincidentally, it was learned from Huang Mao's mouth that the president's wife intended to publicly oppose the use of a new vaccine by the general's subordinates to the media before her death. This vaccine can improve the combat ability of soldiers, but once infected, soldiers will die in pain. Therefore, the death of the president's wife should be related to the general. And as Huang Mao guessed, as soon as he returned to the newspaper with the videotape, the general had already been waiting for a long time. The videotape in his hand had not yet been covered in heat and was snatched away. Subsequently, under the operation of technical personnel, Black Brother completely became the scapegoat of this case, and Black Brother, who was not aware of all of this, was recognized before he could go back. Faced with the walking 10 million, how could these civilians easily graze? Without a parliament, a large number of people participated in the pursuit. As the crowd grew larger and larger, Black Brother had no choice but to jump off the bridge and landed at the doorstep of a homeless man's house, then quickly hid inside. The general, who immediately learned the news, quickly arrived by helicopter, and his subordinates immediately reported that Black Brother had been caught under the bridge. However, it was only after the general saw the other person's face that he realized what Black Brother was. He was just wearing Black Brother's clothes. To everyone's surprise, after dressing up in disguise, the real Black Brother walked into the general's command center alone and successfully took the notebook containing vaccine information. But just as he was planning to withdraw, a soldier saw his face clearly. At a critical moment, the general happened to return to the command center with his subordinates. Before his subordinates could react, he was knocked unconscious by a stick and quickly kidnapped the general in the elevator. After the elevator closed, he immediately leaned against the elevator and quickly escaped from it, successfully reaching Laudi. However, not long after, the general chased after him with a large number of soldiers. Looking at the desperate Black Brother, the general threatened him to hand over his notebook, while Black Brother calmly threw his backpack out. But it was only when the soldier opened his backpack that he realized there was actually a bomb inside. Just as the bomb exploded, Black Brother jumped straight downstairs and successfully escaped by opening his glider before landing. Immediately, Black Brother called the director of the CIA and planned to send the secret that the general couldn't see through. Unexpectedly, the CIA personnel rushed over first. And when the director learned that his subordinates had caught Black Brother, he immediately contacted the general and asked him to bring 10 million yuan with him, paying both hands in hands. Then the two of them arrived at an abandoned factory. After seeing Black Brother bound into a ball, the general didn't hesitate to pick up a pistol and shoot him in the head. However, it was only when he saw the other person's face clearly that he realized that he had been robbed. This was not Black Brother at all, but his most capable subordinate. Turning around again, the director has already taken the money and run away. At this moment, Black Brother calmly raised his gun from a high place and walked out. After aiming at the general's forehead, he directly sent him to receive a boxed meal.